Star Trek has a new Khan, but he's in Section 31. The Star Trek universe has a long and complicated relationship with Khan Noonien Singh, one of the franchise's most enduring villains. From Ricardo Montalban's unforgettable portrayal in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, to Benedict Cumberbatch's controversial reboot in Star Trek Into Darkness, Khan has always represented the danger of human ambition unrestrained by ethics. Now, however, Star Trek has introduced a new kind of Khan, one whose power lies not in raw strength or charisma, but in the shadows of Starfleet's most secretive organization. Section 31. This new Khan isn't a resurrected tyrant or a clone in the traditional sense. He's the spiritual successor to Khan's legacy, a figure born from the same obsession with control and genetic perfection that defined the 20th century augment experiments. And intriguingly, he exists within the morally gray walls of Section 31, the clandestine intelligence agency that has long operated outside Federation law. Section 31. The Empire Within. Section 31 has been one of Star Trek's most fascinating and controversial inventions. First appearing in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, the organization was portrayed as a necessary evil, a black ops division that ensured the Federation's survival through manipulation, sabotage, and covert warfare. It was never officially acknowledged, but its influence reached everywhere. Now, with Michelle Yeoh's upcoming Star Trek Section 31 movie, this morally ambiguous branch is stepping into the spotlight. The film promises to explore the organization's darkest secrets and the people willing to sacrifice their humanity in the name of galactic stability. It's within this narrative that Star Trek has positioned its new Khan-like figure, a product of genetic enhancement who serves as both weapon and warning. Where Khan was born in the eugenics wars of the 20th century, this new Khan has been forged by 23rd century ambition, the result of Section 31's attempts to replicate augment success under the guise of defense. The parallels are impossible to ignore. Just as Earth scientists once created superhumans to end war and instead nearly destroyed civilization, Section 31's experiments threaten to repeat that same mistake. A genetic legacy reborn. The seeds for this storyline were planted in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. The show revealed that Khan Noonien Singh, a descendant of Khan, still carries the stigma of her ancestor's name. Her mere existence proved that the shadow of the augments still haunted Starfleet centuries later. When Lon discovered hints that Section 31 had been experimenting with classified augment research, it opened a dangerous question. What if the Federation itself has been quietly cultivating a new generation of genetically enhanced operatives? In Section 31, that question becomes a chilling reality. The agency's desperation to maintain order in a volatile galaxy leads them to create their own version of perfection. Not a madman like the original Khan, but someone engineered to lead covert operations with unparalleled efficiency. This figure, whether officially called Khan or not, embodies the same genetic hubris, humanity's desire to control evolution and dominate fate. Why a new Khan makes sense now? The timing of Star Trek's new Khan revelation is no accident. Modern Trek has been increasingly focused on moral complexity, exploring how the Federation's utopian ideals can crumble under pressure. Section 31 represents that paradox perfectly, a federation that preaches peace but wages secret wars. By introducing a genetically enhanced agent within this organization, Star Trek forces its audience to confront a question that's haunted the franchise since its inception. Can humanity truly evolve beyond its darker impulses? Unlike past incarnations of Khan, who operated as outright antagonists, this new version exists within the system. That's what makes him so terrifying and so relevant. He's not an external threat from a forgotten century. He's a product of Starfleet's own decisions. The danger no longer lies in rogue augments rebelling against society, but in society itself choosing to become them. Michelle Yeoh's Emperor Georgiou and the new Khan dynamic. One of the most exciting aspects of this storyline is how it pairs Michelle Yeoh's Philip Georgiou, the ruthless former emperor of the Terran Empire, with this new genetically enhanced figure. Georgiou, who has spent her life navigating moral gray zones, represents the perfect mirror for this modern Khan. Both characters are reflections of power untethered by ethics. But while Georgiou has learned the cost of tyranny, the new Khan still believes in its necessity. Their dynamic could define Section 31 as the emotional core. Georgiou may see in him the same arrogance that once led her to nearly destroy her own universe. Yet, she might also recognize that his existence is a direct result of Starfleet's hypocrisy, the very hypocrisy she was exiled for exposing. Watching Yeoh's hardened operative clash with a being designed to be flawless could deliver one of Star Trek's most morally charged duels since Wrath of Khan itself. Thematic echoes of Wrath of Khan. What made the Wrath of Khan timeless wasn't just its action. It was its meditation on aging, revenge, and